after you receive the register, open the box carefully. Inside the box, you'll find 2 rolls of receipt tape. There's one. The other one is probably in the bottom of the box somewhere. You'll find your instruction manual with the keys included. And what you're going to do is unwrap the register. Here's the other roll of receipt tape. Unwrap the register. Put the box to the side. You will have to save this box for a good 3 months in the event that there is a problem with the register. The register needs to be swapped out in the box, the original box that it came in. After you've removed the register from the box, take all the shipping materials off. Open up your manual and remove the keys. Included in this package are 3 sets of keys. The small silver keys are for the cash drawer. There we go. The black key, which would be the manager or the store owner's key, and the gray key, which is the regular cashier's key. During the programming process, we're going to be using the black key, which is the programming and the store manager's key. And you just insert the key into the key slot in the off position. First thing you're going to do is remove the cover. Open up the left compartment. Alright, we're going to open up the battery compartment and insert 2 AA batteries. There's a little diagram inside the box the way the batteries would go. Pop them in. And replace the cover. Next step is take a roll of register tape, open it up, drop it in, and it rolls up from the bottom towards you. Put the cover down. Okay, after installing the receipt tape, you're going to install the detail tape. Basically what you're going to do is you're going to lift up the cover, drop the tape in, pull out about a foot's worth of tape, drop the cover down. You're going to take the spool, pull it out, slide off the white cover, thread the tape through the 2 holders on the black spool, wind it up until you have some tension, slide the white cover back on, and roll it up until it fits in the compartment. And this can only go in one way. If you have to force it in, you're doing it wrong. You have to switch it around. After that, you pop the cover back on. Now we're ready to start programming. First step is you're going to take the cord, find the nearest outlet, and plug it in. First step is we're going to program this in English. We're going to hit 0 on the keys on the left, the black keys, and then we're going to hit the cash key. The next step, again, it's printed right on the instructions, is to put in the year. We're in 2012, so you're entering 2012, cash key again. Now the month, which is, we're in May, 05. Today's date, which is the 8th, 08. And the time, and it's going to be a military time. Right now it's 10 o'clock, so you would just enter 1000, cash. Now on the instructions you'll see that it says please wait. What that means is the computer inside the register has to absorb all this information and boot up. It takes about 2 minutes. Okay, we have that beep, we're ready to go. The machine has turned off, and the key is in the off position. What we're going to do now is turn the black key to program, which is down at the bottom, and we're going to start programming. First thing we're going to do is program the tax rate into the cash register. Let's assume that the tax rate in your state is 8%. We're going to go with an 8% tax rate. First step is you're going to hit the number 3, the subtotal button, then go back and hit the number 1. Then you're going to up in the upper right, the green key that says tax program. Press that. The screen will say T/S1. That means tax program 1. We're going to enter in the tax rate of 8%. And in this instance, we use the decimal point. We're going to use 8.00. We're going to hit the cash key. We're going to hit the cash key again. Then we're going to press subtotal. If you look on the tape, you'll see TX1 8%, TX1 5002. That's a code that internally in the register. That means the tax rate is set at 8%. The next step we're going to do is program the non-taxable keys for your register. It does not say this in your printed instructions. I recommend that you do this from step to step. Take the key from program, turn it to off, and back to program. It's just a safety to ensure that you haven't lost any program. So now, getting back to programming the non-taxable key. First step is we're going to press the number 3. Press subtotal. We're going to enter in 0366. Subtotal. We're going to enter 0. And the departments in your store that are going to be non-taxable. 95% of the stores, food is non-taxable, which is department 14. And we also have a general non-taxable key set up for you in the event you bring in something that's non-taxable or you're selling to a charity or a school or something like that. So in this instance, it's going to be departments 24 and department 14 that are non-taxable. All you have to do is press the department numbers, which is 14 and 24 and subtotal, and you're all done. Those two departments are now non-taxable in your register. The next step is going to be, we'll be programming the departments as taxable. Again, turn the register from program to off and back to program. Now to do the departments as taxable, just press the tax program key until it comes to tax program 1, which is T/S1, which is what it says on the screen. Then we press every department, not pressing departments 14 and 24, because all of these departments are going to be taxable. Remember, the other two departments, 14 and 24, are non-taxable. You just simply press every department. Again, skipping department 14 and 23, and that's it. After you've pressed all of those departments, you press subtotal, and you're all done. And if you look on your tape to make sure that you've done it right, you'll see all those department numbers that we just pressed listed, and then next to it you'll see the code T1. That means those departments are taxable. Can you see that? Okay. That's it for tax programming. Now we're going to take the key again, off and back to program. Now since you all are running dollar stores, we're going to program all of your departments to ring up automatically at $1. Later on, if you have items that are less than $1 or more than $1, you can override the price. But for convenience and speed at the register, every department rings up at $1. First step is, we're going to press the number 1. We're going to press subtotal. And we're going to enter in $1, and we are not using a decimal point. 100. Now we're going to hit every department in your store, and we are going to use departments 14 and 24. Even though they're non-taxable, they're still going to ring at $1. We just go back and hit every department. Up to 24, and then hit subtotal. And again, to make sure that you've done it right, just check the tape. You'll see every department is listed, and next to it, every one is at $1. Can you see that? Okay. We're going to skip the next step in your manual to program the department keys. We're going to do a couple other things in the register before we go back to programming the department keys. The next step that we're going to do is to make an average sale amount appear on your X and Z reports. And it's important that you know what your average sale is. You want that number up between $20 and $25. It's just a good way to check to see what your average sales are. So again, we're going to turn the register off and back the program. Okay, now we're going to press number 3, subtotal 0822, subtotal 1901, cash, and subtotal. Now this won't tell you on here that it's done it, but these codes 0822 and 1901 are now in your register. That will make an average sale number appear on your X and your Z reports. The next step that we're going to do is to program your register to print an extra receipt in the event the customer needs a receipt or you need an extra receipt for something else. Again, we've turned it off and back the program. First step is to hit the number 3, the subtotal button. Then you're going to enter in 0622. You're going to hit subtotal. Then you're going to enter 400,000, which is a 4 followed by 5 zeros. 3, 4, 5. You're going to hit cash and subtotal. Again, this code 0622 will allow your register to print an extra receipt should you need it. Okay, the next step that we're going to be doing is programming the department keys. We're going to take the key from off and turn it back to the program position. The first step is you're going to press the number 2, subtotal key, then the department key, which is the first department, which is department number 1, which is now dealing with the white keys, which are the departments. Disregard what the keys say on them. All we're looking for is the number. First key is department 1. Then we're going to press the red and black clear button on the left side to clear out what it says on the screen where it says department 1. We want to clear that out. Now we're going to type in the name of the first department, which is Health and Beauty Aid Liquids. We're going to abbreviate that to HBA Liquids. The letters that you're going to be typing in are on the side of the numeric keys. We're going to type in H, B, A. Over on the left side, underneath the X4 and date and time key is a space key. I'm going to type in the word liquids. L-I-Q-U-I-D-S. Check on your screen to make sure you've spelled it right. If it's spelled right, you're going to press cash and subtotal. And now if you look on your tape, it originally said department 1, now it'll say HBA Liquids. We're not going to go through the entire set of 24 departments. We'll do a couple, 3 or 4, just so you can get an idea of what's going on, and the rest will all be self-explanatory to you. The next department would be department 2. So the first step is you press the number 2 on the black keys, subtotal, then the department key, department 2, and it says on the screen department 2. We want to clear that out by pressing the red and black clear key on the left side. Now we're going to type in the word chemical for the chemical department. C-H-E-M-I-C-A-L. It says chemicals on the top. That means you spelled it right. You're going to press cash and subtotal. And on the tape it says chemicals. You're good to go. The next department would be department 3, which is your paper foil department. So we're going to press 2 on the black keys, subtotal. Now department 3. We're going to clear out the words that says department 3. And we're going to type in paper foil. P-A-P-E-R space foil. F-O-I-L. Paper foil is in the screen, it's correct. Cash and subtotal. And we'll do one more. We're going to do department 4. So we're going to press 2, subtotal, department 4. We're going to clear out where it says department 4 and type in housewares. H-O-U-S It's spelled right, cash and subtotal. And we'll just take some sample items and ring them up by department and give you some examples of how to ring up items. First item we're going to ring up would be a chemical item, Ajax. Chemicals is Department 2. Assume the customer is coming into the store and she's going to purchase one chemical item. All you'll do is press the number 2 key, and that's all the customer is going to buy. You'll press subtotal. You'll ask the customer, is this cash or charge? More than likely they're going to say cash. They're going to give you a $10 bill. You're going to enter in $10 on the black keys, and you do not use the decimal points. You're going to hit the cash key. Your cash drawer will open. On your screen, it'll show the change. You'll count out the change to the customer. You'll close the drawer, bag the item, tell them thank you, have a good day. Next customer comes up, and she's going to buy 3 of these chemical items. You have running a great sale on these items, great value, Ajax for $1. Couple ways you can ring this up. The quickest way would be to hit the black 3 key, then the times key, then the department key, which is chemicals, department 2. It rang up 3 items, subtotal, customer is giving you a $10 bill. You're going to hit cash. Shows the change. You're going to count out the cash to the customer, and that's it. Another method of ringing up these same 3 chemical items would be to just press the number 2 key 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Which I find easier, less confusing, but it's your choice. You can ring it up any way you want. You'll hit the subtotal key. Customer gives you a $10 bill. Change shows on the screen, and that's it. Let's say you're going to ring up a greeting card. Greeting cards, as most of you should know, are in your store priced at $2 for $1. If you remember back during the programming process, we programmed the greeting card key to ring at $1. The customer in this instance is only going to purchase 1 greeting card. So if you ring up the greeting cards, which is Department 17, if you hit Department 17, you would actually be charging the customer for 2 greeting cards. So you have to override that price. In order to override that price point, it's very easy. We know greeting cards at $2 for $1 means that they're 50 cents each. So you would enter in 50 cents on the black keys, then hit the greeting card department. You'll notice it says 50 cents instead of $1. You're going to press subtotal. It added in the tax. Customer is going to give you a $20 bill. Enter that in, hit cash, it shows the change. You can override any price point you wish in your register. For example, let's say you were having a sale on this Ajax. You were running it for 79 cents. All you'd have to do is press in 79, chemicals, department 2, subtotal, cash was $10 bill, and cash. Very simple. The next thing I'd like to go over with you is how to do a refund. Most of you are going to be setting up your store and a store policy of no refunds, but it's very important that you do know how to do a refund in the event you have to make one. We suggest you do never use the RF slot. Always do your refunds with this key that says RF on the left side of the register. Customer is going to return this Ajax. What you would do first is you would press the RF key. If you notice, it's now showing a negative number on the screen. They're going to return 1 can of Ajax. Ajax is Department 2 chemicals. You would press Department 2. So notice now it says minus $1. You're going to press subtotal. It now is added in the tax. Now you're at a negative $1.08. and you're going to press cash. Your drawer will open. You will now give the customer back $1.08. You have to do that for every time you do a refund. Make sure you hit refund before, and never use the refund up on the top right. Last thing I'd like to show you is just a couple of other functions of some of the keys on the register. Starting at the upper left, you have a button that says receipt feed. Press it and it just advances the receipt tape. You have another button next to it called journal feed. By pressing that, it just advances the journal tape. Here's a button that you should be aware of. It's called receipt on off. By hitting that button once, nothing happens. If you hit that button twice, up on the screen it'll say no receipt. What will happen is you will not be able to issue a receipt for each transaction. Some stores want to do that, some stores don't. That's strictly your call. We recommend that you issue a receipt with every transaction, but again, that's your choice. If you hit that button twice again, it turns to receipt issue. Again, that's just something you know. And the reason you have to hit it twice, it's just a safety factor. In case you inadvertently brush against it, nothing will happen. You have to hit it twice to make it go from receipt on to receipt off and back to receipt on. The next button that I'd like to show you is post receipt. Let's assume that you are not giving receipts. Customer has made a purchase, has left the store, and comes back in. You know, I really need a receipt. Can I get a receipt? Yes, you can. By just pressing post receipt, it will issue a duplicate receipt for the last transaction only. It cannot go back 3 or 4 transactions. It's only the last transaction. Another button you need to know about is this one that says pound NS. All you're going to be concerned about is the NS. That's in the event you have to open up your drawer for some reason. Just press NS, your drawer will slide open, and you can do whatever you have to do. The last and final step that we're going to do is we're going to change the way that the register receipt prints from a generic printing to actually going to place your store name, address, and phone number on the receipt. Now, this is not a complicated thing to do, but it has to be done in the exact order in the little manual that you have received in your training packet. So please make certain that you follow these steps exactly. You can't skip. I would suggest that you do this when you're going to be uninterrupted. Do it when there's nobody around. Do it when the store is not open, because if you do this and you get interrupted, you will more than likely forget where you are and you'll have to start all over. To program your store information on the register sheet. Alright, what we'll do is you have to make sure you're in program mode, which the key is in the program mode. I'm going to press the black number 3, the subtotal key, then enter in the code 2122. You want to press subtotal, and you're going to do a 1 followed by 7 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cash and subtotal. The next step is press the number 2, subtotal. Then you're going to enter in 0132, subtotal, and now you're going to clear out where it says your receipt on the screen. So you'll press the red and black clear button. Now we're going to enter in your store information. Your store's name is Dollar Store. So we're going to type in, just like we did earlier, using the alphanumeric keys. We're going to type in Dollar Store. DOLLAR space STORE. Once you've typed that in, you're going to hit the cash button. Now we're getting ready to and if you notice on the screen it says Dollar Store, and if you look on the tape, you'll see the word your receipt has gone away and it now says Dollar Store. Now we're going to do the next line. We're going to punch in 0232. We're going to press subtotal, and we're going to clear out where it now says thank you. I'm using the red and black clear key. I'm going to price in your store's address. Your store's address is 123 Main Street. For the numbers, we use the numeric keypad, which is on the left. And you're going to type in, hit the number 1 key, keep hitting it until up in the screen it becomes a number 1. Okay, then you're going to press in, then you're going to go to number 2. Keep pressing the number 2 key until that becomes a number 2. And then number 3. 1, 2, 3. Then the space key. And Main Street. Go back to the alphanumeric keys. M-A-I-N space street. S-T-R-E-E-T. It now says 123 Main Street for your address. You're going to press where are we? Cash. And now if you look on the tape, it says 123 Main Street. So we're good. Now we're going to punch in the city and state, which in this instance we're going to have is Las Vegas, Nevada. That's line 3. So we press 0332, subtotal, clear out whatever's in there. Right now it says call again. And we're going to enter in Las Vegas, Nevada, and the zip code. L-A-S space V-E-G-A-S space Nevada and V space and then the zip code 89111. For the numbers, again, we go back to the numeric keys and we'll start with the number 8 and just keep pressing the 8 key until that becomes the number 8 up on the screen. 8, and we're going to do 9, and then 3 ones. Now, to get it to go to another number 1, you have to hit the arrow over button, because otherwise you keep pressing number 1, it'll just keep going through the cycle in that one character space. Enter another number 1. Arrow over again. And the cursor is now in the right spot. Just another number 1. Okay, and that's good. Then we're going to press cash. Yep, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89111. And now the last line will be your store's phone number. So you press in 0432, subtotal. There's nothing in there, but we're going to press clear anyway just to make sure there's nothing in there. We're going to enter in the store's phone number. It's 702. We hit the number 7 key, the 0 key, the 2 key, space, then the 555. There's your first 5, arrow over, the next 5, arrow over, the next 5, arrow over, space, and 1111. Arrow over. Cash and subtotal. And to show that it's worked, we're going to take the key from program, put it into register, and we're just going to ring up a sale. And if you look on the receipt tape, it has your store name, the address, and the phone number. Everything worked properly. Remember, very important to follow these steps to the letter. If you go out of sequence, you're going to have to clear it out and start all over.